Hello everybody, welcome back to part 3 of the Great Dutch Planner Review, and today we're going to take a look at two planners of one particular company that is into stationery and planners. I've only really looked at them this year because I actually wasn't looking at planners much in the years previously because I've only really started my own planner journey recently as well, so I wasn't actually looking into that. But I went looking and I like what I see because even though the ones that I saw, they're generally kind of simple. Simple is good. We've seen that with Blonde Amsterdam and Zus, so maybe you'll appreciate them as well. But I got two different versions because I have a regular planner one and one that is a little bit more extensive, I guess. But let's start with the simple one. First of all, the company that I'm talking about is called The Hobbits, and you can see that right here. And it does indeed mean Hobbit as in Lord of the Rings hobbits, but it's Dutch over here, so it says DE instead of THE for The Hobbit. But okay, so this is a company that has quite a lot of planners and stationery. They really enjoy that, and this is one of their basic planners. This is a dated one for 2024, and you can see their website down there and some other information about the company itself. They also introduce themselves here, and this is the only page where you're actually going to see much about them. Other than that, we just have a very simple planner to look at. Paper again is kind of thickish. I would say this is 100 grams or something, but you can put your name, your telephone, and email over here in case you want somebody to email you that they found your planner, I guess. Then we have the calendar for 2024 and 2025 on large pages. We have some school holidays for this year. We have some regular holidays for this year. And let's see, this is a month or a week overview, sorry. So this one started in October 2023 already, so you could have already started back then if you wanted, if you're like looking to switch already. All of the weeks look like this, for as far as I am aware. They don't change, I don't think. No, it's all the same. So we have this exact layout for every week. So it's quite large print. At the top right it says week 44, and top left it says the month very clearly. You have the days with their numbers as well. You have a bunch of lines per day, and as with a lot of planners, you have Saturday, Sunday sharing a column over there. They have a little notes section over here that is lined. You have the actual month overview down here in small print, and then you have a planning over here, which could also be a habit tracker if you wanted, and with each day of the week given its own little section. So you could put at least 4 items there if you also use this one over here. And that is the entire week. And I don't believe there's anything else to it. It just goes on like this. And let me just go over to the back, see if there's anything new going on back here. Oh yeah, we do have some extra dot grid paper back there. That's right. So we have a notes section with dot grid paper. It doesn't say anything at the top like what it's supposed to be, and then you have a couple of lined pages as well. So I guess you could use a little bit of bullet journaling section over here. This one also has that thing that is a little bit annoying, that the last pages are stuck together. I don't know why they do it. This is the back cover, of course, but still, you could have maybe fixed that. Also, one thing I noticed about this planner, I don't think they intended it like this. Well, they made it like this, so I guess it's kind of intentional, but this thing comes off right here. Oop. It's not the best looking cover on the inside, but you could, I guess, put something else in it after, even though it'll say Agenda 2024. But, you know, technically speaking, you could put like an exercise book in here at the end of the year if you wanted to give it a nice cover. Of course, the agenda itself was not meant to be viewed like this because it is just a plain white insert with even some markings here. I don't know what this pink stuff is, but I'm pretty sure they weren't intending for people to see that. So this thing just goes back on it to hide that. Slips right back on, and that is it. That is the entire planner right here. So it is very simple, like I said earlier with the Blonde Amsterdam and the Zus as well. It's very simple. You can do anything with it that you like. It's vertical in case you like vertical columns. It's got very large print. I do like that it's very clear. The paper color I would describe as kind of a broken white, like an eggshell almost. It's not super yellow, but it's also not super bright white, so very calming to the eyes. The print is a dark gray instead of a black. So this is definitely a very calming looking planner that you could do with what you want. You could keep it nice and calm like this, or you can fill it with stickers and stamps or whatever it is that you like and put inserts in it. Whatever you like you can do. And I think that is also part of its strength, that it's just a basic planner that doesn't do too much for you, doesn't think too much for you, and just gives you the freedom and the option to do with what you want. And I think since it's also fairly thick paper, that you can also use fountain pens on this fairly well. I haven't actually done that yet. Haven't actually planned on moving into this because now I have a ton of planners that I'm probably not going to use. I will probably relabel this at some point for 2025, possibly to use it then. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. So I would give this a good 7 as well, because it is just a basic planner. There's nothing much more to it than that. It doesn't try to overwhelm you with anything, and it just does what it says on the box, so to speak, or the wrapper in this case, which I've already removed because I already did a review, obviously, last time, and they did have a wrapper on it back then. But you know, wrapper's not super important. It just kind of stated what it was, unlike the other wrappers we've seen today. Okay, so that is agenda number 1 of the Hobbits, and then moving on to the final planner of the Great Dutch Planner Review, and that is their lifestyle planner for 2024. This is also from the Hobbits. Now you can see it in a bit more color, so you can actually see the logo a little better. I couldn't quite see that in the gold from before. This is a hardcover book with an elastic, as you can see. Alright, so we start off with, again, more information about the Hobbits, and you also get some explanations on how to use the pages. So I'm guessing this is more of a people who buy stuff from the Hobbit are maybe used to these types of planners, and in this lifestyle planner they've put a little bit more elements in there that we would normally see in like more planner community stuff. We get one aligned note page here, and then we get an explanation on how to use the week. So this is how a week looks, but this is like their filled in version to give you an idea of what it could look like. And that is of course also how the weeks will look, but then empty. Another line page. This one starts with a year of 2023. Then we have 2024, 2025. Nothing special there. We have again the holidays and some school holidays as well. And then we have the year planner. So here you could put one word if you can write really small about certain things that will happen in those particular days. Goes all the way to December here. We have a month overview. Again, in 2023, but this one starts in September as well, because I do notice a lot of people start looking for a new planner earlier than December, so they also maybe want to move in, and in this planner that's an option. You have some lined pages or lined note page here for writing stuff on if you wanted to. Then we're in January, February. This just goes on, of course, all the way till the end of the year, December. There we go. And then we are at the weeks. Now all the weeks are exactly the same, so I can just show you this one. So we have here Monday through Sunday, and each day gets the same amount of space, which is something I also appreciate because that's not something you commonly see. Of course, this is a fairly large book, so that's why they were able to do that. But one of the fun things is that they give you a little mood tracker here with every day. You can like fill out what your mood was generally, and it gives you a couple different ones. So maybe part of the day you were happy and part of the day you were like meh. You can maybe do both. I don't know. Just that's more like how you like to fill out your mood trackers. But something just came to mind like that, so you could do that. Then down here you have some activities and week goals for the different dates. You can write them down and mark what day it is, and then also mark them as ready with an actual checkbox as an example. And over here you have your meal plan. Over here you wanted to plan meals ahead, you can put them over there. And also it says here O, L, D, and T. So O is for ontbijt, which is breakfast. L is for lunch. D is for diner or dinner. And the T, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Maybe like a snack thing. Not sure what the T stands for, but that's an option. You can track your water intake And you can also track your movement, your steps, how much exercise you've done, and how much calorie you've burned. You can put that over there if you want it. You have a shopping list down here and a to-do section general down there in the bottom right. So this has a lot of stuff that I see a lot of people putting in themselves as well. So you could definitely get a good head start with this. And the good thing about this is that it doesn't really take you by the hand too much. It just puts it in there, and if you want to use it, use it. And if you don't, it's there. And maybe you can like put stickers on it if you want it. But as I said, it continues like this throughout the entire year. And once again, large prints in dark gray lines. Nothing too crazy, overwhelming to look at, so it keeps you focused, I would say. In the back, we just kind of looked at it a moment ago when I went too far. Year planner for 2025, so similar to the one at the start. You can put one word per day over there. And over here we have the birthday section, which we didn't have in the planner over there. The other agenda didn't have that, so you can put people's birthdays in here throughout the entire year. And then we have websites and email addresses in case you needed to write those down. I don't find myself doing that very often, but some people like to do that, I suppose, if you want to keep track of that. Oh yeah, this one's also kind of funny because this is an address list. And normally when you see like an address list, you're thinking like, oh, your address of your mother, your address of your aunt or something. But I noticed that this one also has a section for websites, so www. whatever. So then imagine that you were to write down the information of your aunt, and then you have to write down her website. She has a website these days. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me, but okay. It could also, of course, be a business that you can write the addresses down of. Though putting this stuff in here kind of leaves you vulnerable in case somebody moves. You have to put it again in there. Well, for, I guess, family, that doesn't happen too often, but businesses might suddenly move and you have to make another one. I don't think I would fill out the addresses myself much, but okay, it's there for people who want it. And then we have some dot grid paper. I'm assuming this is going to be similar to the agenda back there in its layout. We have some dot grid and then some lined. Let's see if that's true. And there we go, lined paper as well. Couple of pages. And that is it. And again, we have that thing. Oh, and there is this. I forgot about this. This is a pocket in the back. And not only does it contain some things, it has some very useful things. If I can get them out, I can, but it's going to take a while because it's kind of like in the way. There's this edge here that looks like it's supposed to be something you can grab, but it's actually just the other side of the pocket. But once you do have it out, you have a bunch of useful things here, among which these tabs you can stick on there for the different months or different sections that you want to note. A whole bunch of tabs. You can tab a lot in here in some lovely pastel colors. And then we have a whole bunch of these sheets. These are all the same, so I don't have to show all of them, but they have like these strips that you can write stuff on, and of course dots in case you want to dot things. And there's is this 2 sheets? I think this is 2 sheets right here, but I can't quite get them apart. Yeah, there we go. 2 sheets. And this is 1, and this is 1. So 4 sheets of these stickers. That's quite a lot. I imagine that you could get quite far with all of these stickers, and they're also very useful. So that's an added bonus that you can definitely use, and that definitely raises the points of this life planner. You only get 1 ribbon, but then again, you do have like all those stickers and tabs in the back. You don't really need that many ribbons, I would think, if you use your tabs wisely. So that is the life planner. I'm going to give that an 8. There are definitely some things to be said for having a few less sections in here already predefined. Like I've said a couple of times throughout the series, like people like to fill things out the way that they want them to be filled out. But for people who hadn't really thought to do that, or didn't really do that previously, but now that they have this section here, they're going to start tracking water, or people who just like these things already filled out so they don't have to actually draw the little glasses themselves because they don't think they're very good at drawing. They would love this for sure. And something like this, you can easily put like a little sticker on top with some other title of things that you want to put here. Like these are all adjustable, and it's a nice simple layout regardless of how many things are on here. So I think it does deserve the 8. It's very nice. I was very pleasantly surprised by this layout right here. because it seems like they're leaning into the whole, I guess, explosion in planner community people in the Netherlands that we've got, because the HEMA was also doing that, the store with all the other stuff that I showed other things of in different videos with all their planner goodies, like the life planner I got from that. This is lifestyle planner, this is a different one, but they have that teal colored book with the colored pages on the inside that I think I showed in one of my first videos where I showed my lineup. You can go back to look at that and see what I mean. So that's also a store local that is doing more planner related things. So I'm thinking that they're hopping on that bandwagon in a fairly good way. They bought a good instrument and then jumped on the bandwagon. So the needs for that one. And that is the end of our Great Dutch Planner Review series. Hope you found it interesting. Like I said at the start of the series, if you know of Dutch planners that would fit in this category that I didn't mention, make sure to put them in the comments section below. Right down here, actually, not there, pointing at the book. So down there, put them down there so we can maybe get a copy of those and do another review at some point when I've got enough of them to review in one video. Maybe we can do this like every couple of months or every year, depending on how much new stuff is coming out. We'll see. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this series and that you now learned something of Dutch planners, and maybe you want to actually go get some, because the Hobbit one is very nice and simple for people who don't like a lot of colors and things on their pages. I don't know if they ship internationally, but if you ask them, maybe they'll start thinking, hey, maybe we should ship internationally, and then they'll start selling things for the international market, and then who knows what's going to happen then. The sky is the limits. But in any case, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another video, and bye bye for now.